Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating cards, and I'm using a cut file that I found in the Silhouette store. I don't remember the designer right now, maybe I put it on the screen if I remember. And I will try to make 4 different cards with one die cut, and I'll try and use different papers in the background, like single colored cardstock and pattern paper. And I will try and find small patterns. Maybe I will use bigger patterns like this one. I started off with this pattern that I liked a lot, and I will glue down my cut file with liquid glue right onto that pattern paper. And I will cut just around the cut file to make like a card front. And later I will glue those onto a card base. For my flowers I will use enamel dots in the middle of the, what's it called? Blooms? Blossoms? Yeah, I guess blossoms. And I will use an old stem set with a German greeting. And I found that the archival ink is working best, and I'll stamp right on that same white cardstock as the cut file is made of. And yeah, my stamps crumbled. They just fell apart. I don't know why they break. They are not cheap stamps, so I don't know why this happens. I got them a few years ago, and I already replaced those stamp sets, but even the replacements break, and I don't know why. I bought them in a German shop here, and they are not cheap stamps, so I don't know what it is. I store them the same way as I store all my other clear stamps. But anyways, this is the first card. I inked the edges of the sentiment with faded jeans, I guess. Distress ink to have the sentiment pop off the cut file, cause it got lost a little bit in the background or on that white cut file. For the next card I basically do the same thing. I used a pattern paper because I like this paper so much. I wanted to use it for a card since it is a very soft color and color combination, and I used very light blue enamel dots and the same sentiment, which in this case I didn't ink up. This pops off the card anyway, so and here you see in comparison. I really like the cards. For the third card I used my watercolor pencils, and I'm doing just a basic coloring. I'm not doing a blending technique or something special, just coloring a few spots, not the whole leaves, not the whole flower, not every single place, just a hint of green and For the blossoms I use a very light pink or skin tone color. So this makes the cut file not as flat as the other ones, I guess. And it's a whole different look, I think. And this is a very bright orange, but in real life it's not as bright as on the screen. And I will use these 3D foam pads for the cut file, and that gives it a very dimensional look. And the cut file really pops off the background, and I really like that look. There you see, I just took off the foil or the plastic sheet, and another stamp just broke. I used another sentiment from that same stamp set, and I glue it down right onto that cut file, and this looks really pretty, I think. And there are two different looks. For the fourth card, I was trying to use a different background paper, and I looked through different paper pads. I really like this retro look paper pad by Basic Grey, those retro patterns, but I couldn't decide on one, so I put it away and will pick another one. And I will use this pattern paper, and I thought this is too like the flowers in the background are too big for this for backing a cut file, but in the end I really like the look of this pattern in the background. And here I use the pattern paper as my card, since there is like a ledger print on the back. I can use this for my writing. I will add enamel dots here as well, and the fourth card is done. So here are my 4 cards. I really like the look of them, even though they are not that different. They still kind of different, and yeah, I really like them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.